Hello, I'm Isabel from Learn with Liberals, and this is my third video now, and you can click on the link on the right hand side down below and you can subscribe, and you can also share because this is my new channel, and it's really exciting, and you can like or you can dislike, and you can also watch them on IGTV. Woo! So today I'm going to be doing strawberries and cream. And I'm going to show you two easy things that you can do with strawberries, which is called hulling. We've got some examples here. Or you can macerate them. So I've got this prepared to show you. And both are really easy. Hulling, you're literally just taking the green bit out at the top, and if the strawberries are quite big, then you're taking out the sort of bitter, hard white bit inside. And then macerating them, you're just putting a little bit of sugar on, which draws out the moisture, because if they're quite hard, then this sort of speeds up the process, or it's just quite nice to have some of the liquid separated from it, because you can serve it as a sauce alongside that. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to hull them, which I've already got some pre-prepared here. I've got two cameras on the go today, which is exciting. So to hull them, I would use a serrated knife. I use this one, or you can use a sort of chef's serrated knife. This is a Victorinox one, but these I thought I would show too, because this I got in a pack of 6 or 8 for £1 when I was travelling around Italy, and I was on a really tight budget and just cooking everything from scratch wherever I was staying. And this is kind of what I have in my knife wrap at work. It's really good, had it for ages. All my knives that I use on shifts are Victorinox, and they're really good and they're really affordable, and they do the job. So I'm going to take one of these big strawberries, and then you can either cut the top off like this, and that's what you're getting rid of. Make sure you see, and then you're left with this kind of white patch in there, and then we're just going to go inside with the tip of your knife carefully so that you're controlling the knife, and then you're going to get rid of this, which in the big ones is quite a lot. So I'll just do a few for now. Just start with this. And then the little ones, you don't really need to hold them, because you might have a bit of stem in there if you don't cut it properly. Because depending on what you're going to do with the strawberry, like if you were using them to present with, kind of, which is what these are, then you don't really want to be like jabbing it too much with a knife, because you're going to damage it. So the small ones are always, I like the small ones the best, so that's probably quite a good size. So this one, instead of just cutting the top off, you can go around it very gently, and then you're sort of losing less. You're keeping as much of its natural shape as possible. So yeah, now we've got everything at the same stage. Clean. So, get my knife. So I've got some in here that I've quartered already, and that's what we're going to use for just one of them. So literally cut it in half nicely. And if you were serving strawberries and cream, you might want to think, or like an Eton mess. I mean, that's kind of, all we're missing really is the meringue. It's the same sort of thing. You've got all these different sized strawberries, so you know, when you put that on a plate, it's nice to have a few different ones all dressed together, so that when you're presenting it, they can all sorts of pile naturally on top of each other nicely. So I would say that's probably about half. And these look quite nice and ripe. So just got like that much, and then I'm going to get the ones with the macerating ready. So I'm going to cut these into 3, which is here. What I did is literally just like that. I'm going to go a bit smaller. 3. And really, like, I just want to stick to the natural shape of the strawberry. I don't want to take anything off. I don't want to waste anything. I'm not looking for a perfect, you know, I want it to be neat and nicely cut, but I'm not looking for a perfect square of a strawberry, because we're going to be hopefully sitting outside giving it to someone, and I don't think you would really bother to do that at home. And even at work, like, I kind of, that's always sort of been my style, like, try and keep it as neat and as nice as possible, but you know, you want to retain as much of the natural elements of what you're doing as possible, I think. So what I'm going to do, the smaller ones I'm just cutting into 2, because I'm going to leave a couple for the end. This mushy one, I don't really need to do very much to that guy. So I'm going to leave these ones because we might look at it and think that we want to do some kind of presentation change element last minute. Put that over there. And then what I've got here is I've got my cheesecloth. I literally just cut it a bit like a bandana or a veil. So that I can put it on a sieve. I mean, not everyone is going to go to this extent to macerate strawberries, but if you were in a kitchen, for instance, you would have something like a steamer tray, and you would lay all of them out on top, and then the liquid would fall through that way. So I'm going to put some in the bowl. You can see that there. Not a lot, because we don't have this. It's about 3 spoonfuls. This, it's about 3. And then we'll just mix it together really gently. Just so that they've got all coloured. And then we'll just mix it together really gently. Just so that they've got all coloured, all covered and coloured. She made me say that because I can see the colours changed a lot already, and it's already releasing its liquid. So just leave that on there. So while we're waiting, because we don't have very much of that, so hopefully it won't take very long, and what I'll do is I'll just very gently give it a bit of a squeeze and put some pressure on it so that it's doing something. It doesn't really need any more. And then we're just going to leave it there to hang out. And then we're going to go back to these whole strawberries.